Someone is fighting their true feelings for you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is fighting their true feelings for you. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say love is real. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say love is real. Family, when it comes to a person fighting their true feelings for you, this can be good or bad, all right? This can be good or bad. The reason why it can be good is because maybe this person needs a bit more time, right? Maybe this person needs a bit more preparation. Maybe they need a little bit more training before they step into what's real, okay? But it can also be bad because a person is granted free will, all right? They are granted free will. And what you don't want is to try to force a person to love you, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I won't force you to love me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I won't force you to love me. You don't want to have to convince a person, persuade a person, get very crafty and start doing all type of tricks. And now you are the clown in the circus because you're trying to get the love of your life to see that they are and you are the love of each other's lives, all right? Family, that's not what you want. You want a person who has mutual feelings. You want a person who's going to reciprocate that energy. And you want a person who's going to be able to see the vision as well as you see the vision. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And so just because you know and they know that it was destined for y'all to come together, all right, it does not mean that it's supposed to happen. Sometimes, y'all, people go another route. Sometimes people decide to take something other than what it was that God gave them or sent them. And you got to be perfectly fine with that. You got to be okay with it. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm okay with it. All right, especially if it come to that. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm okay with it. Once again, especially if it come to that. But with that being said, y'all, yes, this is another certified lover boy video. All right, this is for males and females. Once again, males and females. But understand something, y'all. These are the reasons of why people fight their true feelings for you. Yeah, y'all. We ain't making no excuses. We just gonna go ahead and get directly into this real. But as y'all can see, y'all, we are right here in front of the legendary Gray Couch. Anytime I'm in front of the legendary Gray Couch, something legendary gonna be said, y'all, and that's just how that go. And family, I'm sending nothing but love, peace, and prosperity to y'all. I hope y'all had a marvelous weekend. Matter of fact, y'all drop in the comments and let me know what y'all ate because Thanksgiving just passed. I believe Thanksgiving was yesterday, right? Yesterday or the day before. I already done forgot, y'all. Time be moving so fast. But I'll let y'all know what I had. So I had some dressing, right? For those who follow me, y'all know I cooked it. If y'all have not seen, y'all go over to my Facebook and y'all will see what I cooked. But I did some dressing. I did some macaroni and cheese. I did ham, oxtails, chitlins, some collard greens, rice, all right? And I think turkey wings. So, yeah, y'all, I did some turkey wings, and it was good, y'all. But y'all let me know what y'all cooked down below in the comments. But let's go ahead and get directly into this, family, because this right here is another banger. But be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Number one, y'all, first thing is first. This is why they are fighting their true love for you. They are afraid of commitment. Yep. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they are afraid of commitment. Once again, y'all, this is not a excuse. All right. I'm just only spitting and speaking the real. They are afraid of commitment. Let's just break it down like this, y'all. You have a month to month program, and you also have the locked in subscription program. All right, you got the month-to-month program, and you also have the locked-in subscription program. Reno, what do you mean by that? The month-to-month program means that you're able to exit, you're able to leave whenever you want to. You are able to go on about your merry business. If you say, you know what, I don't want to do this again, this is not for me. Well, when you have the locked-in subscription, let's just say they say, hey, man, we're going to give you this product or service, but you have to lock in for 6 months. Well, what we do know is For those entire 6 months, you got to pay them whatever the fee is. So if the fee is $180, you got to pay them $180 per month for 6 months. If the fee is $16, you got to pay them $16 per month for 16 months. I'm sorry, y'all, for 6 months. The point is that this is a locked in subscription. See, whenever you are about to fall in love with a person or make it official and get married or make some type of commitment, this means that now y'all about to be locked in. Y'all about to be locked in. And depending on how you feel about it is what's going to change the way you see it, right? So if you feel bad about being locked in, or if you feel terrible about being locked in with a person, then the way you see it is going to be terrible. If you change what you feel, then you will change what you see. All right, somebody drop that down below in the comments. If you change what you feel, then you change what you see. All right, but sticking to the point, y'all, this is why we have so many people who are afraid of relationships and marriages. And by the way, I'm not saying that you are a bad person if you don't want to be married or within a relationship, because the system for marriage is hectic for anyone who becomes the breadwinner. I used to think that, it's bad for men. No, it just happens to be most men make the most money. But women can go through the same thing that men can go through when it comes to being married, right? Because if she is the breadwinner, then guess what the judge is going to grant her? Well, you're going to have to pay alimony for him. You're going to have to pay child support simply because you are the breadwinner. The courts do not favor male or female. They favor the person without the money. Many people don't know that, right? But sticking to the point, all right, my point is not even about that. That's a whole nother video. What I wanted to highlight is some people are really afraid of commitment. And the reason why that is because now they know y'all are locked in. You can't just walk away. You can't just go back to mama house. You can't just go back to daddy house. You can't just say, forget it, I'm going to leave. Yeah, you going to leave, but this name on the apartment lease going to stay, right? Which means you're going to still be held accountable. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. So sometimes people fight their true feelings for you because they are afraid of commitment. This can be on both sides, but I would definitely say this, and I'm not trying to, come down on you guys, but fellas are more afraid of commitment than women are. I will say that. But in the men's defense, it can get hectic when it comes to marriage and all these different laws, right? It can. But I want to make this clear. When it comes to these laws, it's not favorable to male or female. It's favorable to the one who has the money, all right? Now, when you talk about the system, welfare, and stuff like that, that's different, right? Those programs were created for women, not men, because most of the programs like food stamps, welfare, and stuff like that, Section 8, a man can't even be visible. Can't even be inside the house, right? But when it comes to the court systems in terms of who's going to get paid alimony and who's going to get this and who's going to get that, that is favored to the person who don't have the money, all right? Mary J. Blige can tell you all about it. Halle Berry can tell you all about it. So it's women who have to pay out as well. It's just that more men make more money than women. And so typically most men get raped, from the system or the courts, all right? But with that being said, y'all, commitment is what scares a lot of people, and it causes them to fight their true feelings for you. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, all right? And let me say this too, y'all. Let's just say, I always use this analogy. You got a stick man. That stick man can go left, right, up, down. That represents single. Then you take that same stick man, put him inside of a relationship. You got this wall that's closed off, that wall that's closed off, this bottom that's closed off, or floor that's closed off. But he still has a ceiling that's open, which means he can walk away with no problems, right? I can climb out of that. But when you're talking about being married, you got this closed off, that closed off, and this closed off. That's a serious commitment. And not only that, but now you have bondage. You can still break out of it, but it's going to be a bit more difficult. You can't just leave. The point that I am making, family, is, once again, Some people are afraid of that type of commitment. All right. Number two is going to be this right here, y'all. Loss of control. Okay. Loss of control. When I say control, I don't mean like control within the relationship, control over a person. I'm talking about control over themselves. Love is serious, y'all. Right. And love can be dangerous. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Love can be dangerous. Everybody can't handle love. Right. Everybody don't know how to manage love. This is why you have so many suicides and homicides and people, driving their cars while they are high off of emotions. You can be high off emotions. They crime. They can't see, things look blurry. Next thing you know, they done crashed into a tree. All right. In Douglas, where I come from, I think I was about in middle school, but it was a young girl, right, Caucasian girl, who went through this as well. I think she got in some type of argument with her dad over her boyfriend. And what happened was that she started driving and she ended up, head-on collision towards a tree. And bam, now she's gone. Her life is over with, right? All because of love. Love is serious and love can be dangerous. Don't get me wrong, y'all. However, in this case right here, y'all, that's why they are fighting their feelings for you, right? They're fighting their true feelings because some people can't control themselves during love. They don't know who they're going to get into it with. They don't know if they're going to be able to handle themselves when it comes to you. They don't know how they're going to respond when something doesn't quite add up or make sense. They don't know or understand that. So some people fight against that. And I'm not going to call that an excuse as well, because it comes down to self-control and discipline, but I will say I understand that at a high level. I understand that at a high level because this is not age specific. You can be 65 going through this and you can be 16 going through this. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So some people just don't understand how to control that. So with that being said, they run away from that commitment and they run away from the relationship or marriage because they don't want to fall in love, right? I mean, we've heard so many different songs. I'm a fool for love. What you won't do for love. It's other songs talking about love. When people are basically telling you, I can't control this. I can't control this feeling. I can't control this vibe. I just can't control it. So some people run away from it. Number three is going to be this right here, y'all. They are rejecting what they need for what they want. All right. They are rejecting what they need for what they want. I always use this movie, y'all, but Temptation with Judith. Once again, y'all, she had everything she needed, right? The dark-skinned guy who played on all the Tyler Perry movies and plays. She had everything that she needed at home, right? Love, protection, care, appreciation. He's seen her. I mean, maybe he was not perfect, but the brother loved it dearly, right? And it showed as the movie progressed. She had everything at home that she needed. However, when the devil presents something to you, here it is. Now I feel like what I know I need at home is not worthy of my time. It's not worthy of my energy. Matter of fact, it's not worthy of me. I want this right here. Yeah. And what happened was, y'all, is the enemy was more appealing than what God had to offer. And so that happens to be a big problem for a lot of people. They reject what they need for what they want. See, you may be everything they need. You're understanding. You are appreciative. You see them. You're loving. You're caring. You're kind, compassionate. All right. You believe in them. You support them. You're everything that they need. But somebody else got all the things they want. And this is why I always say, y'all, flee from your temptations and flee from your desires. That's also in the Bible. Flee from your temptations and flee from your desires. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Flee from your temptations and desires. All right. Moving on to the next one, y'all, is going to be this right here. Number 4, outside influences. All right. Outside influences. This right here is big. This is major. So when it comes to outside influences, y'all, think about that friend, that family member, that co-worker, all right, or even a random person that you have met. They can either push you to do something or they can pull you away from doing something. positive or negative, right? So for instance, the movie Acrimony. With Taraji P. Henson, she felt that she wanted to move on. She got tired of doing for him. She was drained. She was tired. She was just fed up with it, right? Well, she really didn't want to move on that fast, but her outside influences influenced her to make a quicker decision than she would have if they were not there, right? The man asked her, he said, look, I would do anything. Just don't leave. Will you stay? Will you stay? Right? And I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he was basically begging her not to make this decision, right? It wasn't because of his battery. It wasn't because of what he knew that he was about to get. It wasn't because of the deal. It wasn't because of the money he was going to accumulate. It wasn't about any of that. He sincerely loved her. But those outside influences persuaded, convinced, and influenced her to go ahead and move on. Hurry up. Hurry up and sleep with another man. Hurry up and, move on from him. Hurry up and detach yourself. Hurry up. As soon as he got to where he needed to be, guess what? Those outside influences were no longer there. It no longer mattered. This is the power of outside influences. They cause you to make a decision that you're not ready to make prematurely. And this can be good or bad. But the point is, y'all, is that the reason why they are fighting their true feelings for you is because of outside influences. All right? That's just the way it is. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. They are denying God. Okay? They are denying God. Yeah, y'all. Sometimes people know that you are something healthy for them. They know that you are something fulfilling. But once again, God is quiet, right? He ain't going to repeat himself too many times. He ain't going to keep telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to get this, you need to do this. He's not going to keep saying it. He's going to say, hey, you should do this. At most, he may say, here's why. After that, he allows you to exercise your free will, right? But see, the thing is with the devil is loud, right? Maybe the man you want has the car that you love. He has the swag that you love. He got all the things you like and love, right? But the man that God sent for you, he's not a finished product. He's not where the other man is, And so spiritual warfare kicks in. No different from a woman. Maybe that woman that you want, she got the full package. She got the body. She got the long hair. She got the face. She got everything. But what's up in here? Yeah, what's up in here? Can her mind raise your kids, right? Can her mind help you with your business? Can her mind help you with your taxes? Can her mind pull you out of a slump? Spiritual warfare go to kicking in. And so what happens is you choose between something that you want and something that you need. And most times, y'all, when it's not as loud as we want it to, we follow the thing that we want. And the thing that we need was all that we needed. It was all that we needed. And guess what? As time progressed, it was going to produce and give us the things that we also wanted. He never gives you a finished product. You work on one another. And that's how you build a foundation in a dynasty, in the what we call it, y'all, covenant that's going to last forever because it's blessed by the Most High. But what I want y'all to understand is that you cannot force a person to choose God. They got to choose him. So yeah, when a person is fighting their true feelings for you, it's because they are denying God. Simple as that, y'all. But y'all already know how we do. Number 1, okay, they are afraid of commitment. Number 2, loss of control. Number 3, they are rejecting what they need for what they want. Number 4, outside influences. And number 5, y'all, they are denying God. That's just the reality. But family, y'all, make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Go join the membership, meet your tribe. y'all be sure to book you a one-on-one session. Y'all can get one of those books. And of course, family, get you a Yes Sir hoodie. And don't stop streaming lean, y'all. We at 10K views on YouTube, which is phenomenal. All right, I'm an independent gospel artist, Christian rap artist, however you want to say it. It's all independent. And just for what I've done and for what we've done, we've got ourselves up to 10K on the YouTube live performance. And I think that's phenomenal. 1.6K likes, almost 500 comments. Thank y'all so much for the feedback. It's beautiful, y'all. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.